Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of Power Rangers Let There Be Thunder. As always, I'm joined by these lovely 5 individuals who are going to introduce themselves before we do any other cool shenanigan stuff. So take it away, please.
Hello there. I am Michael. I am playing Peter, the White Ranger, who today is going to look like he has hit his emo phase.
Hi, I'm Panic. I play Cal, the Purple Ranger, and I'm not doing nothing today. You can take that to the bank.
Holy subs, Batman.
Thank you to the anonymous stranger.
Thank you, anonymous stranger.
For a second, I read that as anonymous grifter, and I was like,
An anonymous grifter.
No, that's me. That one's me, Michael.
Now you ruined your anonymity. Good job.
Still a grifter, though.
On that note, I am Michael. Also, I'm Sarah, the Pink Ranger, and we'll get to my disguise later. But next week, I won't be here. So I'll be in Gen Con. So,
Whoop, whoop.
What? I'm not ready.
Police?
You're not ready.
I'm not ready at all.
I believe in you.
I've read like 75% of the crossover.
I mean, that's more than
the complicated
0%.
one.
Did you start at the beginning, or did you just start like 25% of the way through?
I did start at the beginning. So I got that going for me.
Hello, I am Sabina. I play Cassidy, the Phantom Ranger, and she's just going to look a little bit more spooky today. So, A+.
Oops.
Hey everybody, I'm Jay, and I will be playing Q, the Gold Ranger, who is still rooting around in the fancy dress box to work out quite what he's going to look like. He's going in disguise as a white guy.
Hold on, you gotta share with the class. Is he pretty fly?
No. He's pretty.
I got that reference.
Congratulations, you got an Offspring reference.
Da-na-na-na.
This
Hello.
is Peter's costume.
This is Peter's costume.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Oh, I could dress up as a cyborg, I guess. I've got lots of helmets. Oh, I know what I can dress up as. I'll show you in a minute.
I am scared and also intrigued, but I am also Matthew.
Is it the Red Power Ranger?
I am the GM for this crazy bunch of people. And following on from last week's game where they borrowed a spaceship from the SPD impound lot, ran into Divatox's very fishy-looking spaceship, made friends with an artificial intelligence, and then landed upon the planet of Onyx, a wretched hive of scum and villainy. I'm going to use that reference as often as I can, just throwing it out there.
As well, you should. Yeah.
We're going to begin today's episode right where we left off, which is essentially they found the Astro Mega Shuttle. Oh no. It's currently looks like it's about to be auctioned off by Captain Mutiny. And the Rangers now need to work out how to get a hold of it.
Delightful.
And apparently one of them has figured out that they are going to disguise themselves as a unicorn.
Get out of my ship.
Take it away, Rangers.
Can we recap what the plan is? Because if there's a plan, I'll forget what it is. And if I don't forget what it is, I'll ignore it.
Exactly.
I believe our plan was that we couldn't really...
We can't frontal, yeah, because there's too many.
We couldn't
Operation
teleport
Full
in.
Frontal is out the window. Okay.
And we couldn't teleport into Deca because our main ship was too far away.
Yeah.
So we were either going to do reconnaissance. I think that was our main plan, was do reconnaissance.
Yeah.
We're going to do reconnaissance, yes. If ever, I'm going to try and be as inconspicuous as possible. If everyone can make a distraction and I can get
Me
close enough to
too.
the ship, I can hack my way in.
I will say, without making an alertness perception check, because you have already been watching the ship, it is surrounded by people. People have been poking, prodding, taking readings with different devices, and they're all. It essentially looks like they're signing up for some kind of auction that Captain Mutiny seems to be holding for the ship itself. It is
Okay, so there are people
so
who
surrounded by people that getting up to it unseen seems incredibly unlikely.
but it looks like there's like a sign-up sheet thing
Yeah,
happening.
Captain Mutiny has got like a computer
Perfect.
pad that he's
All right.
holding in one hand, taking names.
All right, now we need a fancy pirate name thing. Well, who are we? We are. Mm.
The Breakfast Club.
Panic's holding his hand up. Do you have a fancy pirate name?
No, but I do have an idea.
Go on.
Cal speaks up from behind the wheel. It's not the most ethical of plans, but we could just wait for him to sell it to someone with significantly less security and then steal it from them.
Plan B?
Plan B, yeah, like if
Plan
we,
B.
if we lose the auction, you know, or whatever. Yeah, that is a solid backup for sure.
Do we
yeah.
have any means of just buying the ship on the auction?
I don't know,
We've
rich
been
boy.
through this
Do we?
already.
We've already been through this.
I went over there. I immediately thought of this back on.
Please,
Back
let
on-
me hear where I can convert my cash.
And you said, and I was told no.
Nope, there was no way.
Proceeds
Well,
of
that
crime
doesn't mean we
is
can't
something
bid
we
on
are
it.
not fueling on
Yeah,
our
and,
planet or anybody else's.
I'll bring it up now because it's unlikely to come up later. Cal is dressed like a greaser.
Bravo, Cal. I think Cassidy wants to take a closer look and get close and hear what the people are saying and whatnot.
Yeah, we should get in there and mingle and sign up and yeah. I mean, I don't have anything better than the Breakfast Club, so
I was just throwing out a random name. I was just BSing.
Looking at all the people that are surrounding it, is it like
We can call ourselves Phoenix Roundhouse. You know,
Roadhouse.
Because PR.
looking at all the people that are surrounding the ship? Is it like a big boss dude and then a load of minions? Like,
So
hundreds of
what you
minions.
see is groups of several different groups making up the crowds. You'll see an individual who is like the boss, surrounded by half a dozen, roughly, minions. They'll be poking and prodding at the ship. They'll either be registering with or having already registered with Captain Mutiny and inspecting the things that they're trying to purchase, because it's not just the Astro Mega Shuttle that's up for auction. There's other ships. You see weapons. You even see what looks to be a decommissioned Rick unit, an older model that is essentially skeletized. There's no armor or anything to it, but it does have several weapons, sort of, for lack of a better term, kind of like gaffer taped to it.
We should have thought of a pirate name before today.
I didn't know we needed one.
I didn't either, but now that we do, I'm
judging by all the people that are like around the ship, I propose that one of us is the like big bad and the rest of us are minions.
The spectrometers?
I like that. I do like that.
I will say, if you want to have made a wealth check back on Sirius to try and convert some of your fancy digital currency, into some kind of
Use some of your
hard
crypto.
currency. You can make me it's going to be a difficulty 25 check, and it will be with 1d20 plus 1d8.
That's a no. I got a 5.
The pockets
So-
are looking a little light.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't find anybody that's willing to take on, a bank transfer from Earth to purchase resources you can trade with.
Excelente. Well, Pete is going to step out of the changing room. He has, for the bit, he's like makeup over his eyebrows because he is from a nondescript alien species that doesn't have eyebrows. He's got like slicked back.
You shave off your eyebrow.
Didn't shave them; they're like makeup over. Like when you do the glue.
Just blow them up. Yeah,
No, it takes too long for them to grow back. He's got slick back black hair. I didn't steal Matt's hair at all. He's got like lines on his face, like facial markings, like tattoos. He's wearing like a tatty like cloak with a hood on it, with like a green and white scarf, and then like not leather, but like generic bad guy spiky armor.
Looks like it came off of the set of Starship Troopers, the original film.
Yeah, kind of. And he's in his goth / emo phase. But all you can see of his face is like this much, like eyes and no eyebrows. It's like hiding behind the scarf. Okay, so I'm ready, guys. Are we good to go? He's feeling very uncomfortable in this outfit.
Cassidy is double checking her wayfinder, and she is standing in. She actually looks very comfortable in her outfit. Her hair is slicked back and up in a high braid that falls down her back. Her makeup is dark with cat eyes and like very smoky black gray shadow. Her lips are this deep purple that are matte, not glossy. She has earrings and what is the other word I'm looking for? Cuffs all along her ears in shades of dark black and slate gray. She wears a long sleeve jacket and tight pants and boots that go up to her knees that are chunky with a little bit of a heel, and she wears this long gray cloak type thing but also a hood that just flows around her, and she looks very menacing. I'm ready when everybody else is, she says.
Okay, your costume's kind of cool.
What costume? This is what I wear every day.
Never
She
seen you
just
wearing
winks
that
at Peter.
Suppose it's my turn.
Pete hides into his.
Sarah is wearing bright pink boots. The that have like that with like the flip over, like that, like about
The roll cuff.
roll
top cuff,
yeah. Fishnets. Also a bright pink, like one piece, like swimsuit-esque thing. Or no, that's black. Never mind. That's black. Pink leather jacket. Pink domino mask, and has her hair like pulled back in like the Harley, like
Pigtails.
pigtails, yeah. And has a Glock strapped to her right thigh.
The return of the Glock.
G19, the working man's gun.
Sarah in her DC era, love it. Cassidy embracing her Valen era. I love all of this.
What do we think about Corsairs of the Black Sea?
I love that.
Was that Corsairs of the Black Sea?
Yep, exactly. Corsairs of the Black Sea.
It is now.
Corsairs of the Dark Skies?
Ooh.
Of the Void Sea.
Oh, I like that. Corsairs of the Void. Short and simple.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm in.
So our
Oh,
crew
you
name is
know,
named
no,
after
no,
Sarah.
no,
So does
no.
that mean she's our big bad?
Corsairs of the Void. I like that. It's like a good band.
I'm going to rename the band next. Q Q comes out. He is in kind of black, red, and gold, like mountain biker boots, black leather trousers, some kind of slash trappy top. That was really hard to say. And then he has kind of like a hawk going on that's got feathers and stuff in it that then extends down his back in kind of a steampunky, not unicorny, but kind of black and red kind of. You'd imagine it would have been probably one of his performance outfits from some kind of artistic piece that he has repurposed. But it looks kind of dark, kind of, Mad Maxy, but with a splash of fab.
Is anyone else getting Rufio from Hook?
Oh, yeah, that would be a really good
It's a little
shout.
bit,
Yeah, I hadn't. That would have been
Rufio?
a really simple go-to, but yeah, that.
Oh.
I've redesigned something that I already know exists.
Cal looks at the rest of the team in disguise and thinks to himself, and they still manage to color match themselves. It's a good thing. It's a good thing none of the bad guys ever pick up on that.
They're all colorblind. That's why
It's
they're
not
really
that we
well.
choose to do this. We put totally different colored costumes on, and they just change. It just happens.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that
I thought
cloak
about
that
changing my colors, but then I was like, no, this is too cool. So
the cloak that
I
Peter
was
put
wearing
on was
mustard when I
originally
put this on.
pink, and it was just like nope.
literally,
Just left by green and white. now.
he was just covered in mustard, and then he changed.
Sarah, I've told you, what I tell you that Kyle and I get up to, you are not to share with everybody else.
My bad. My bad. I will keep your mustard sexualness to myself.
I missed like something there, and I don't want to know.
I'm uncovered in mustard.
So you have your costumes.
Top of old Kyle, all covered in mustard.
We have a villain group name, the Corsairs of the Void, which
Hey, for
is
where are the ejector seats on this thing?
presumably that puts Sarah, as we said, as the leader of this motley crew.
Why
I mean,
not? What could possibly go more wrong?
I am the actual criminal, so
So, Sarah.
Question:
Oh,
Answer.
yep.
before we set off, judging by Plan B, can I use a story point to either summon up or create some sort of like tiny little tracker device that if we get close enough to the ship, I can pop on?
I will say for a story point, you can, yeah.
You can
Does
use
anyone
the
else
free
mind?
story point that we get from my chivalry.
You do indeed.
Thank you.
Chivalry point.
shiv points.
To hide it, though, you will need to make a infiltration check. So if someone's got an infiltration score better than Pete, maybe.
Mine is D2, so if anyone is better than that, let me know.
I'm D4.
Pete will hand it to Q.
Q will hand it to someone else, just like bouncing it backwards and forwards around the group.
But yeah, I am also a D2, so yeah.
If all else fails, buddy, try and get this on the ship somewhere. And just hand teeny tiny little coin looking thing
Sneak it into my
into your mohawk.
like Marge Simpson. Everything goes in here.
As you leave the ship then and head out onto the planet of Onyx for the first time, you are hit by a wave of heat. It's not uncomfortable, but definitely the first time you've been hit by something quite so harsh since you were able to morph and protect yourself from the environment. You feel that level of protection missing. You feel that comfort.
Oh, this cloak was a bad idea.
You see a few people looking over at you. None of the leaders of the various groups, but some of the security glance over at you, clutch weapons, shift their stances a little bit. Nothing out of the normal, just, individuals reacting to a potential new threat. Nobody's pointing weapons in your direction or anything, just standing ready. Beyond that, the auction or the prep for the auction seems to be going ahead as normal. People are still wandering over towards Captain Mutiny. They're signing up for the street. They're signing up for the auction itself. You don't see anybody you recognise beyond the security themselves. You see a few individuals. You said you've seen a few putties.
All right. Well, I suppose I will saunter / sashay my way into the line to sign up for the auction.
Pete will follow around, like almost position himself, acting like a bodyguard sort of situation.
I just death glare everyone. But by death glaring
You're death.
everyone, I am also perception checking everything.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
If Sarah's at like the point, then I imagine that Pete and Q are just like flanking either shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I'm at the back just watching everything. So we're like a diamond.
In the rough? Sorry.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, void diamonds?
Quietly, like over comms, because obviously his mouth is obscure. Pete will just like everyone heads on a swivel. I do not like this.
Our pirate group name is going to change every 3 seconds.
I've got that impression. Yeah.
Stick to one name.
Go ahead and make me that alertness perception check if you haven't already, please, for Cassidy.
Will do.
Can I also?
Yeah.
And since I'm using my eyes, I get my upshift. Roll.
That
Hey!
is a 20 for Cassidy.
I got a 15.
15 for Peter. 25, critical 25 for Sarah.
Nicey, nice.
I'm just trying to remember if I've got an extra thing for. I think I have a thing for alertness now. Do I?
Thingy thing.
Oh no, that's persuasion diplomacy. It's not a thingy thing. Oh, wait, is that no 11?
The saddest 11 ever.
Cassidy and Sarah, you both notice just before it happens that a fairly tall, just over 2 meters, individual pushes, not literally pushes, but kind of pushes their way into the crowd just in front of you. He is flanked on either side by Piranatrons. You've seen pictures of them, though you've not fought them yourselves. You've seen pictures of them whilst looking up entry on Divatox. The individual in question is very white-skinned to the point it almost looks like their flesh has been bleached. The top of their head reaches up into a peak, almost conical, and they have a blue stripe running down their nose.
Dan Aykroyd?
They're wearing very ornate armor, red and gold and blue, with what looks to be like filigree across the entire thing. Very decorative, not meant for use, and a high collar that reaches all the way back up across the back of their heads. Sarah, you can see that despite the appearance of the armor, he is armed. And I will say, Cassidy, you recognize him straight away as Divatox's cousin, Elgar.
Mm,
Elgar, not Argyle.
Elgar. Okay. I'll whisper through comms quietly under my breath. Divatox's cousin is here. Elgar. Cone head, look-alike, blue stripe on the nose. Ordnate armor.
That must have been who they were dropping off.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
The Piranatrons on either side of him like bring up their own weapons and sort of push out a small circle around him. There's no real threat, but they just form this rough protective circle around Elgar as he marches up towards Captain Mutiny, a little swagger in his steps.
All right. Well, wait
we give
our
a-
turn.
Yeah, let's get in line behind him, shall we?
Yep.
Captain Mutiny looks up from his pads, looks across at Elgar, and you can see the disdain, the disgust painted clear upon his red face. He looks at Elgar and his lip curls upwards. You. Divatox wouldn't come herself to a free to barter with me. Elgar just grins and holds out a hand, at which point one of the Piranatrons comes closer. A box, very much like a pirate treasure box, wood with gold around the edges, and holds it over. As he opens it, it's just full of what looks to be rare earth metals.
Should have brought the asteroid.
Captain Mutiny looks it over and is just, I see you have the signing fee. Yes, well, I can't turn you away if you're willing to spend money, even if I don't want to do business with your ilk. One of his pirates walks closer, and you recognize him not because you know who it is, but because he 100% is human. He takes the small box, bows under the weight a little bit, and carries it over to a collection of such treasures over to the side, which is being guarded by more pirates. Weapons drawn, sauntering lazily around, trying to keep watch on all sides at once.
Did you
Elgar
say we
wanders off.
recognize this human?
For being human, not
Yeah, he's a human. He's weird.
100% human, not like humanoid from an alien planet. He is human.
Did he say sign up fee?
I heard
Yep.
that.
Oh, we don't have a sign-up fee.
We
Yep.
could tell him about the asteroid.
We could say that our ship is our sign-up fee, or do we use that for bartering?
I don't know if Cal's going to be happy with that.
We're swapping one ship for another.
Worth a shot. I was thinking about offering up information as or the potential for information, maybe.
Question: do we have a way of creating very convincing replica power coin?
Not on this ship.
Okay.
I would say yes on the ship that you were. Yes on your like home ship on the Astor. But not on
mothership.
Yeah, not on this
the
thing.
Ascot mothership. You know Q's red power coin that got fudged? Is that completely fudged, defunct? It's not coming back again?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, it's my plan is
It'd be no fun if I gave you the answer to that question.
we offer it, but of course we would never bring something so valuable out in the open to such a place because it would cause such a rumpus.
I like that word, rumpus.
Rumpus.
That's something. I was debating offering that we know the whereabouts of a team of Power Rangers is gallivanting around the galaxy.
Like
Just give them ourselves.
So you know the coin that is the tracker that Pete has created? Does that look like a power coin?
It could do.
Because you said it looked like a coin.
Pete, you're going to hate me for saying this. Make me a deception check.
It's just like a vanity silver dollar.
Before you roll the dice,
say it. Before I roll the dice, what?
You could have used a personal power to, give yourself ignore snag or.
I can't use personal power to ignore snag.
Or add a dice shift.
It's also Energon, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't use it to ignore snag though. You can just give yourself an upshift. I mean, I could still give myself the upshift, but there's not much point because I rolled a 19 on one dice and a 1 on the other.
You can re-roll the 1.
You can re-roll the 1 for a story point.
Yeah. Do it.
Okay. I'll use my personal power to upshift you. Oh, well, you would never believe this.
You rolled another 1.
I did.
Last session, I rolled 3 1s in a row. Why would I not believe you could do it twice?
100%. 100% believe it.
Just spend more personal power on it.
It's a story point.
It just says this is a tracking device on the tracking device.
Tracker, yeah.
I'd say that because obviously ones with the limited time and whatnot, the tracker is an obvious tracker.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
It even has a little red flashy light.
Yeah. Could Q have just made the suggestion over comms to Sarah that either we have the knowledge of where a team is and we have acquired former Rangers power coin, which obviously we wouldn't bring it into the open in such a place because it would cause such a rumpus and it would be so uncivilized.
Certainly give it a whirl, yeah.
Do I have my old morpher still in the grid?
I will say yes.
That's proof of the power coin.
I could offer them grid tech, technically.
Displaying the power morpher is like proof of of power coin. You just
Group
don't want
alive,
to bring
yeah.
both of them together. So
If it's not a morpher that you need, then yeah.
Technically, I didn't have a morpher. I had my arch key. Never mind. This is actually my first morpher. Sorry, bye.
No, does Q still have his broken morpher from when he got GMD'd?
MGD. Yeah, you'd still have that morpher.
Could show them that as proof that we destroyed or defeated a ranger. Show them that.
Yeah.
But then
Indeed, it can ignore snag.
Yep.
Did not know.
All right.
yeah, so
Oh,
show them the broken morpher to prove that we have defeated a ranger.
Uh-huh.
Because technically that's true. It's not a lie. It's not a
It's
deception.
not a lie. No.
yeah.
And yeah. The coin have said defeated ranger.
We have access to coins.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not here currently because that'd be silly.
That would cause a rumpus, yeah.
We don't want to cause a rumpus.
No rumpuses. Rumpus
Well,
high.
not until late.
You only have rumpuses in the rumpus room.
Yeah, no, let's do that.
All right.
As you approach Captain Mutiny, he looks over at the rest of all of you. He arches one eyebrow, which disappears beneath his huge blue bicorn hat. And just, well, I haven't seen your like before.
I could say the same about you.
Oh, we're fairly new.
You haven't seen me? You haven't seen Captain Mutiny around Onyx? Have you been here before?
I said I haven't seen your kind, not that I haven't seen you.
But if you've seen me, you've seen my kind.
Touche.
Oh, it's so hard not to respond to that, having watched too much of the Goons.
Now, have you come to sell or to buy?
I mean, I got the impression this was an auction of some sort.
Yes, well, for a fee, we'll auction off anything you desire. But you can also bid on anything being auctioned.
It's a mighty fine ship you got there behind you.
There's buckets of bolts and bits and pieces. Yes, I suppose some might think it mighty fine. Nothing like
Sounds
my
like
ship,
it might
of
be
course.
cheap then.
You know, I think the price might be inflated a little bit because supposedly it belongs to some Power Rangers.
Let's say that about anything these days to try and get a good price.
Mm.
If you don't have a certificate of authenticity, those words are worth, I would say, about as much as that Piranatron.
Certainly been our experience that the Power Rangers are quite overrated.
Mm.
Well, I have yet to cross swords with any of them myself, but they can't be too difficult to take down. I hear the Machine Empire has several of them imprisoned.
Fascinating.
Only 7.
An
They
entire
would say
planet
that,
of them
wouldn't
was
they?
almost wiped off this, well, the maps.
Sorry, Matt, I missed that whilst I was being snarky.
An entire planet of them was almost wiped off of the maps.
Hmm.
So you were saying there's an entry fee for this?
Yes, of course, if you want to bid, we just need to ensure that you are, let's say, you have the backing to make such offers.
Who do you want us to kill?
Oh, no. If I needed somebody killed, I'd kill them myself.
Well, got this that we can put down, and I'll just pull out the broken morpher. There's a lot more where this came from.
Broken, shiny things. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Have you never seen a power morpher?
All right, you've never interacted with a Power Ranger.
No, I'm a pirate. I steal, I plunder.
Well, then you don't know the value of this, then, do you?
Well, I know the value of broken is approximately nothing.
But you know the value of coins.
I know the value of coins.
Do
Coins.
you know the value of a power coin?
I'm listening.
Power coin once went into this morpher. The morpher of a ranger we defeated.
And you have the power coin?
Of course we do.
Of course.
Let me
Such
guess.
a thing is it's way too valuable to just hand over, though.
Of course. Can you show me some kind of proof?
It's right here.
That's proof of a broken toy. If it doesn't function,
From the way back on the moon, would there, from the footage and what have you, of Q being essentially blasted and dead on the floor, from that whole thing, would we be able to show a hollow projection of, say, Q's defeat and having like a scan of the coin in his hand from where he's clearly looked at it from, with helmet and what have you?
And anything it'd be from Sarah's perspective.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was going to say something
edited.
similar, but I was muted. I was going to say they wouldn't recognize our wrist-mounted communicator morphers as a morpher, would they? So while
never seen them before.
Whilst Q or Sarah start explaining, like just from under the cloak, Pete's arm will come out with the hologram projected.
Captain Mutiny pauses and watches as this battle takes place, and he glances at the other Rangers that are in the video as well, and looks across at you all. So you'd have me believe that the four of you took down 5, 6 Power Rangers?
Someone mentioned that there were 5 of us, and I'll flash the headlights.
Exactly. There's not just 4 of us.
In the background.
And as I said, Power Rangers are overrated.
Well, if anybody can take them down.
Honestly, if you can trick this guy into like straight up attacking Power Rangers the next time he sees them, it's really just so he can get mollywopped. One less pirate to worry about.
I suppose if you can take them down, anybody can take them down.
Exactly.
What Rita and Lord Zed have been doing for all of these years is simply
I want to see this guy get his shit rocked by Zordon.
Well, the difference between us, Zed and Rita, is that they never learned. They never got better.
But you learned from your mistakes.
We learned from their mistakes.
Their mistakes.
Interesting. Let's say I am willing to enter you into this little auction of ours. Do you plan on selling these power coins to raise funds to bid?
I mean, we could just trade them with you directly for the ship.
Or at
I
least
have no
some.
interest in power coins.
Maybe you know someone that does.
I don't want to trade coins.
I suppose
But you just
if
said
that's
you'd
your
like to.
preferred means of economic engagement, then we could do that.
Think of it this way. If you guys have some of the most powerful objects in this galaxy, supposedly, there's a limit to what such pirates want to carry around on their ships. If I can't use a power coin, it has no value to me. If you
Do
want
not
to
have a
sell it,
sales department?
then feel free. I will enter you into this auction, bring the coins to sell, see what funds you can rally, and purchase whatever it is you wish.
All right.
But in terms of a trade, I'm disinclined to acquiesce to your request.
How did I know you were going to say that? Means no.
Well, go ahead and put us on the list, and we
Check
will
it twice.
be around.
And what do you call yourselves?
We are the Corsairs of the Void.
And then we all strike a pose at the same time.
In you force.
And the
Looks like a
headlights are
star.
yeah, to dramatically backlight us.
I do that.
I don't do that. I just shake my head like, why?
He
anime
jots
style.
your name down and types something else on the pad and flicks it away, and then looks across at you guys and is just, well, get moving. I have business to attend to and others waiting.
Sir,
course.
yes, sir.
Ta-ta.
Perhaps we may peruse the ship a little bit, have a little look.
You're free to look around the outside just as much as anybody else.
You would like to make a flirting check.
I was just gonna say, I was just gonna tell him that he's looking very ship-shape.
And Bristol fashion.
Hip shape and Bristol fashion.
Go for it.
What do we roll for a flirting check? It's
It
not on
would
my
be
sheet.
a persuasion.
Persuasion or performance?
Persuasion.
or deception?
Could it come under diplomacy?
It actually comes under persuasion flirting, believe it or not. Or
Oh.
persuasion romance. I can't remember what the specialization is actually called.
I think it's
Persuasion,
romance.
Sexy time.
There is actually a written specialization for it.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Maybe later. He makes a note for Kyle. Right, so I can't use my +2 for diplomacy, which is sad. It's not dance related, unless it's a dance of love.
I mean,
Do you
flirting
wanna
is
put
sort
on
of a
dance
dance.
of love? If
Would
you
that
want to
count?
put on a dance of love, go for
Well,
it.
I might be putting the moves on him. You see what I did there?
Oh my god.
How much of
walk
a bonus
away.
do you get if it's dance related?
Edge.
I will give you edge.
Thank you.
Sort of shimmy at him.
I will take it. Just it's the constant repositioning
start-
of the feathers.
You start body rolling.
So, tell me about this auction.
I hate everything right now.
Impressive
That was-
mask you have there.
2 17. So clearly I was destined to roll a 7. That's 19 in total.
Captain Mutiny looks across at you and like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You've been
what are you
waiting
doing?
on question for that, haven't
What are
you?
you doing?
He was just like, I don't know. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
No, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What am I doing later? Well, I'm probably getting a drink.
He looks across at Sarah. He's just, get them gone.
I've already walked away.
Well,
I couldn't stand this.
Space pirates are all meant to be gay. That's what the fanfic says.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't know what to tell you. You're very shippable. And just walk away.
Over comms, Peter Q. Was that as hard to do as it was to watch?
I think I pulled something.
No kidding. Well, that could have gone better or worse, I suppose.
I mean, we're in-ish, so that's something. Let's see how close we can actually get to the ship.
I'm just dying of innuendo at the moment. I'm very sorry.
As you wander away from Captain Mutiny, you almost stumble into Elgar, who is currently standing there, hands on hips, staring straight up at the ship. The Piranatrons have moved out to flank him. They're still wielding their weapons. They're still trying to sort of form a perimeter, although very badly because they've left the entire sort of back of him unprotected. And he glances over his shoulder at you guys and it's just, hello?
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 What?
Can I help you?
You walked into me?
You walked in. You were the one that was standing there distracted.
Yes, I'm looking at this fine ship.
It's all right.
Maybe your little Piranatron should be checked up and better with their perception.
Do you like them?
Whilst they're chatting, Hugh is going to be running his hands over the hull of the ship, just having like a nice, as if he's really into ships. Putting his ear against it.
Really
Like-
into ships.
Yeah, just what he's really looking for is a really subtle place, maybe in the landing gear or somewhere to just surreptitiously bunk the tracker, where it won't be easily discovered by somebody else who might be really into ships. Or ships, you might say.
Make me an alertness check first, then.
Okay, this will go brilliantly because obviously.
As you're rolling that, Elgar's still talking to Cassidy, and he sort of gestures at the Piranha and says, "Do you like them?"
They're a bit fishy for my taste.
Yeah, I'm not really into this. And I point at their faces.
Yeah, they're it's a little on the nose.
Yeah, I understand that your cousin has a theme going, but it's not really our
Have
aesthetic.
you met cousin Divatox? Have you met her? She's a lovely lady. Lovely lady. I could introduce you to her if you haven't met her. She'll be back soon.
Oh, really?
I've
Of
not
course,
met her,
of
but I've
course.
heard of her.
Coming back to pick up her favorite cousin, of course, of course.
You've seen her in passing, never been introduced.
Of course, I can introduce you to her. She's such a lovely lady. A lovely lady. She took me in, she did. Raised me as if I was her own.
And she certainly did a wonderful job.
Of course, of course. Yes, yes.
So are you here for yourself, or are you here to do her work?
I'm here. I'm buying my own ship.
Your own ship.
My own ship. Yes, I'm going to be captain of my own ship.
Oh, isn't that great?
I can speak from experience that being your own captain is quite the thing.
I am really looking forward to it. Divatox taught me everything well, not quite everything she knew, because then she said that I wouldn't have anything else to learn, and learning's very important. And I'll be the captain of this ship, but she'll be the captain of all of the ships. So I think that makes her an admiral.
Yeah.
We should make her better than Captain Mutiny, and Captain Mutiny would be very angry if you heard that, but she will be very happy.
So you want this shit?
This ship, yes.
I did
Um,
notice that he seemed to look at you with quite the disdain on his face.
Yes,
Do
he
you
and
have some
Diva
sort of
Tux have
history?
quite the rivalry, you might say.
mm,
As this conversation continues, Q, make me an infiltration check with an upshift.
And you can spend personal power to get more upshift.
You
I
can
forgot
spend
that we're
a
also using the
single
Energon
personal
rules.
power for a single upshift, yes.
I will spend one singular personal power for an upshift then.
One singular sensation.
Every little cracker he plants.
Are you also interested in this ship?
16.
It is
bit,
quite a
yeah.
nice ship.
Yeah, it's bigger than ours, so that's always.
Is it actually bigger than ours, Matt?
It's smaller than both of the ships you guys currently have. Yeah.
No, but never mind.
This
I didn't
Sphinx
say that.
cruiser is deceptively
It's got a bigger master bedroom. That's all the captain wants. Bigger captain's quarters.
This is the Astro Mega Shuttle. So this is the part that fits into that little red bit at the front of the Astro Mega Ship. Yeah. If you've seen Power Rangers in space.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten that part.
I enjoy collecting memorabilia. And the scuttlebutt is that this belonged to some Power Rangers.
No, it wouldn't belong to Power Rangers. Look at these lines. These are definitely not Power Rangers lines. These are warrior lines.
I mean, now.
You will stick his head round like part of the ship and just call out to Sarah. It's going to need work.
Of course.
The injector coils look like they might be shot.
He's
Shot
just sending
injector
the
coils?
Just
for
be
a text.
careful what you inject into those coils. We've had this
Oh.
conversation.
Damn it, I've got the most amazing thing for this. Oh, is it on there? Wait.
I know what he's doing as well.
I don't.
I do. I was just like, shot
My
injector
brain went
coils?
to Doctor.
That's sure to bring the price down now.
Yeah, we'll need to extend the tertiary Nadion reactor array as well. That needs doing.
How's the? Can you tell anything about what the neutron flow looks like?
Not bad, but we'll need to remodulate the primary plasma conversion controller. That's not looking too healthy.
Elgar just kind of sort of like flips backwards and forwards as this conversation takes place, and you can see him not quite following it, but taking note of all of the problems the ship supposedly has. That, as far as he's concerned, should bring the price down.
The oscillating nucleonic reciprocating coupling is not in bad shape, but I've seen cleaner.
In our universe, are you just quoting like, is it Star Trek? I'm assuming.
It's so
Techno
there
level.
is. If you'll humor me for a second, Matthew, in Star Trek Adventures, there is a thing called Technobabble, and you can roll 4d20 and you pick different items from a table, basically. And I've made this into a shortcut on my Apple devices. So I hit a button, and not only does it give me like modulate the master nucleonic induction harmonics, but I can go.
You are required to modulate the master nucleonic induction harmonics.
So Pete is just standing there under his hood, like, and Scarf just trying not to laugh.
Yeah, like Pete, make me a technology check.
Basically, I'm just trying to put people off buying this ship.
I just made a Doctor Who reference.
Does it have any particulars?
No, just a flat technology check.
Cool. D12. I'll go. Can you spend personal power to specialize?
Yep.
Cool.
Not to specialize.
No.
You can spend a story point to
Story point to
specialize.
specialize. How many story points do we have left? It has disappeared from my thing.
4.
4. Okay.
14.
You 100%. Did you spend a story point?
No.
You 100% realize that this is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. None of these words even make any sense in combination with one another.
Are they all actual, like, real things? Just together, they do nothing.
Yeah.
Cool. Then, yeah, Pete's standing there trying not to laugh under his hood.
How's the trifold dilithium manipulator?
What
It
about those
needs-
Jefferson tubes?
The Jeffrey tubes are fine. Yeah.
Jefferson tubes. Pete will
Jefferson
let
tube. I
out.
forgot what they were called for a second. That's my bad. The Jeffrey tube.
Are the Jefferson tubes moving on up correctly?
That's
They're
my
moving
bad.
on out. Yeah.
Moving on out.
Pete lets out like an audible just.
I smack him on the back. like he's coughing.
Q, make me a persuasion diplomacy check.
Yay!
Are we giving him upshifts or anything?
Please tell us we're giving him up shifts.
Do you have edge?
Only if it's dance or martial arts, which I
No,
don't
so
think
I
is
would say
qualified.
with everybody joining in, you can have edge.
Yay! I do have a D2 in persuasion, so woohoo.
Same.
What can I spend to get specialization?
A story point, of which
Do we
there
wanna
are
do
4
that?
left.
Do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it. Yeah, what the hell?
10, 8, a 6, and a 4. Maths.
Yep. Maths.
Critical 25, I think.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, critical 25.
You see more than half of the people that had gathered around the Astro Shuttle just wandering away to look at other things. They've obviously heard what you were saying, clearly are not technologically minded, and have wandered off to look at other ships or to look at other weapons, pieces of equipment. You see some of them looking at motorbikes. You see a group of the putties following something that looks almost like Goldar, just silver armored instead, without the wings, wandering over to what looks like a giant riot van. You see shark cycles.
Do any
It's
of
like
these vehicles have faces on them?
no faces, but you recognize like the riot van from the SPD, the lockup. You've seen it around the on Sirius. Some of the tech is definitely old Power Rangers tech. Some of it's from SPD. Some of it's just been nabbed from different parts of the galaxy and is being sold on.
No Transformers. Okay.
No Transformers. At least none, that you can pierce the disguise of.
They are robots in disguise.
I mean, that's why I'm looking for faces on them.
They are more than meets the eye.
Mm.
As groups of people begin wandering away, Elgar strolls round to the other side of the ship, still flanked by his Piranatrons. You can hear him muttering as he does so. Oh, Divatox isn't going to be happy with me. She's not going to be happy with me. I thought this was a good ship. I begged her for the money. She said, yes, I got the money. I brought the money here. Gave Captain Mutiny some money already. And she's not going to be happy with me. She's not.
Elgar.
He's late for a very important date.
Calm yourself. It's all part of the plan.
What plan?
Our plan to get you this ship.
You have a plan to get me this ship? I mean, of
Supposed to
course
be.
you have a plan to get me this ship. Why wouldn't you have a plan to get me this ship? I'm Elgar.
You are Elgar, that's correct.
But, just in case some people may have forgotten the plan, can you just maybe remind them of the plan?
Yeah, the Piranatrons forgot.
Exactly.
Yes, they don't listen very well.
I mean, all that jargon and babble that my compatriot was spouting, you see how it got rid of, good solid 50% or more of the people who were interested in this ship?
Yes, they wandered away quite quickly. Are they no longer interested in the ship? It may be a little bit damaged. It may need some repairs. Those Jeffrey tubes may need to be replaced.
Exactly.
He lets out an audible.
I
Is
just
your
made
friend
the bidding.
okay? Does he have the laughing pox?
I think he might, yeah.
I'm not contagious.
Well, just stand over there, just in case.
He steps to the left a little bit.
Little more. Thank you. So the plan to get me the ship, that plan, yes, the plan.
Yeah, that plan. See, we've eliminated most of the competition for you.
I see. And with less people trying to purchase the ship, that means it's more likely I'll be able to.
Exactly. And this is just what we got in the first wave. As all those people who left start talking, the word spreads around. I'm sure more of these people will become disinterested, making it all that much easier.
My plan is fantastic. It is bound to work. Divatox will be so proud of me.
So proud. You'll be her favorite cousin.
I'll be the favoritist of favorite cousins.
She might even give you a medal.
2 medals, perhaps, even.
Or a hat.
A big
Or
hat.
a turkey leg.
I want a hat like Captain Mutiny. He has a very good-looking hat.
Oh, steady. You can't just go straight to having a hat like Captain Mutiny.
But I want one with
Build up
3
to it.
sides to it.
Well, maybe we get you this ship. You start your own reign of tyranny. You show the galaxy who's boss, Elgar's boss, and then you have
Elgar's
a whole
boss.
selection of hats.
Yeah, you can't have
Fancy
a fancy hat
hats.
before you have a reign of tyranny. It's in the book. Yeah.
Mhm.
Of course, yes, the book, yes. You are all very wise. I may even have space for you on my crew once I begin my reign of tyranny. Except that one with the laughing pox. He can perhaps stay here.
I do kind of need him. He's not contagious. We're pretty sure it's not the laughing pox. We think it's just a glitch. But
We put a chip in him.
Oh, he's a rope. Oh,
Here, Miss Pete just twitches.
yeah.
He's
We
a very
upgraded
lifelike
him to the Pringles 3000.
the Pringles 3000. Oh, yes. I've heard all about the Pringles 3000 units. Yes.
Yeah, just
Yes.
don't download the latest patch. It's a little buggy.
Just
to
don't
reboot
pop,
him like
just don't
15
pop
times.
him, because once he pops, he can't stop.
Yeah.
Pete again holding in the laughter.
Yes. I will take all of this advice from my fantastic new advisors to heart. Yes. I shall definitely introduce you all to my cousin Divatox when she returns.
You know when she's coming back?
She should be here just after the auction ends.
Just after that's lovely to hear. We look forward to meeting her.
And so you should. She is such a
Irishness?
lovely lady, Divatox
Is she single?
Of course she's single. She was engaged. It didn't work out very well.
You know what would be really good to do before Divatox gets here? Is if you manage, when you obviously win the auction, is take the ship out for a quick shakedown run, make sure everything's okay, so that then when she arrives, you get straight on board and look like the most competent captain of captain that has ever captained a captaincy.
Of course, this makes perfect sense.
Absolutely. And she'll see how well placed her faith in you was all along.
I think this is fantastic advice. I believe, perhaps, would you care to join me for dinner?
We can eat.
Nothing would thrill me more.
Fantastic. And your own pilot, would he care to join us too?
Well, pilot, are you hungry?
Cut into the the Sphinx cruiser. Nothing in common but distrust. I'm like a minor. She's like, What, you say something?
Are you hungry? We've been invited to dinner with Elgar here.
Seems like a bad idea. I'm good.
All right.
Good luck. Don't blow your cover.
Thank you, pilot.
Love you too.
Is that the payback from last episode?
Well, our pilot seems to be busy rapping. So,
What is he rapping? Do you have presents, gifts that you're giving to your crew?
Baby, since we never ever agreed.
it's an earth form of music.
You're from
My
Earth?
pilot.
No,
We've
the
been
music is.
The music is, yeah.
Oh.
We've been to Earth. Yeah.
I thought perhaps you might know of my cousin's fiance, Malagor.
You mean former fiance?
I mean, technically they're still engaged. They've just... It's a little complicated. They're not... He may or may not be dead.
That's ambiguous.
She was going to head back to Earth to try and bring him back to life.
Can I make a check from Allegor?
You can make me a cultures check.
Yep.
The dude that looks like Dr. Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
I know who Malagor is. Does Sarah know who Malagor is?
I couldn't remember. I was thinking I know this name.
Yeah. Would my edge for Xeno study apply?
Yes.
$14.
You know that Malagor was...
Giant lava dude.
Yeah, Malagor was a creature also known as the Great Flame of Destruction. He was defeated by a alien wizard and entombed on an island called, I want to say, Miranthis.
It's a very common theme, isn't it?
Which part?
Getting beaten by a wizard and getting entombed.
Yeah. These wizards just need to know how to finish off their enemies, really.
Mm.
For real, though.
Keep leaving them for people later on, like kicking that can down that street.
Malagor is a pretty solid catch.
Yeah, you know, as long as he's still alive or can be brought back to life. I know my cousin was trying to find some small creature, goes by the name of Larigot. Never heard of him? No.
I think so. It's the wizard of some kind.
Yeah, it has a little wand.
Yeah. Larry, not Latigo, Larigot. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll find him and she'll resurrect Malagor, and they'll be married and then live happily ever after. You know, after they destroy Earth. probably.
No, of course, yeah. You got to have a party.
I'm sure Malagor would probably a little bit unhappy about being trapped for such a long time.
I mean, I certainly would be.
Blow off a little steam.
Yes, a little steam.
Because he's a fire demon.
Speaking of steam, what's a good place to eat around here?
Oh, follow me to the tavern. Onyx has a lovely spread. And he will guide you all towards a... It looks like it's come out of a Wild West movie. It is wooden on the outside, although the doors hiss open with electric. Clearly powered. The windows are just... They appear to be like a void, as in there's no glass or anything, but as somebody gets thrown out, they pass through what appears to be some sort of force shield that stops things from coming back in the other way. You walk into the interior, and although the outside looks run down, wooden, bare bones, 200-300 years out of date, the inside is pristine. There are tables all around. People are playing different games, card games, dice games. You even see one group of individuals over a board moving little miniatures around and rolling dice. You see somebody serving drinks and food. People are sitting at a bar. Make me an alertness perception check, please, all of you.
While they're going to the bar, can I unpark the ship and move it to a place where I'm in a position that if they need to hot exit, I'm there?
Of course.
Fantastic.
That's a
actually,
Sarah,
because I'm going to do it anyway because I can.
I will tell you, all of you passed.
Yeah, but I can do better. I can't. It's a critical 20 because I have crit on D2s.
Sitting in the shadows of the bar, like right over against the far wall, is an individual you all recognize. It takes a moment for that sort of flashback to occur for you to realize where exactly it is you recognize it from. But when it does, you spot a very insect-like, almost wasp creature standing, 8-9 foot tall, leaning forwards. It's pokey appendages, because I can't think of the name for them, but we're going with pokey appendages. They're just kind of placed on the bar across from it, and it's chatting with a Syrian that you also recognize as Dane, the bounty hunter that had escaped.
Seeing BDB, Sarah's hand unconsciously drifts to the gun before she... all right. This fucker. I hate him so much.
You will surreptitiously just kick the side of Sarah's foot.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't remember. He could recognize us, right?
He potentially could.
Okay.
We've got amazing disguises.
Amazing. I'm wearing a domino mask. Nobody can see through domino masks.
I'm disguised as a white man.
White man.
White man. There's no need to feel down. I said white man.
Elgar will guide you towards a spot at a table. The Piranatrons keep up the barrier around him, and subsequently or consequently you as well, sort of shielding you from the crowd. Thankfully, you do hear people shouting, cheering, arguing, drinking. There's a whole host of emotions and conversations going on around you. Elgar orders food for all of you, and then looks across at all of you with a smile on his face and says, "So, Was you planning to come to the auction to purchase, to sell?
Well, I mean,
Yes.
Just yeah.
our main plan was to make sure that you win that ship.
I didn't know you before today.
But we knew you.
Of course you knew me. I'm Elgar.
Of course, exactly.
Never stopped saying his own name. Of course we know him.
Can I try to? I'm sure it's a loud bar. This is going to be dumb. Listen to what BDB and Dane are talking about. I'm going to see if I can pick up.
You can try. I'm
gonna
going to
try,
tell you
yeah.
it is going to be a very difficult
gonna be
alertness
hard.
check,
Yeah,
but you can definitely
100%.
try.
Yeah.
Going to roll like a 30 or something now, aren't you?
Why not? I will spend a PowerPoint to give myself an upshift.
Mm-hmm. It is too loud immediately surrounding you to hear what they're talking about.
Wait,
You do-
wait.
Oh,
Can we roll that
unless you can,
D12?
I was going to say, unless you can get another 10. Did you actually just get another 10? What
I
are you on?
rolled a 10 on this, so that is a
21?
critical 21. I
Yeah.
don't know if that helps, but
No.
I made it better.
You did make it better, but unfortunately, no. The immediate noise around you is just too much to hear
Yeah, I
what
figured,
they're
yeah.
saying. You do catch the words Power Rangers. And you catch the word Power Rangers. I'll say you catch the name Ivan. You catch Miranoi. You hear Galaxy Sabers. And that's it. You don't hear how any of them sort of
Connects,
interacts.
yeah.
Just those words in the conversation.
We already knew he went to Miranoi and got some swords, which I can presumably are the Galaxy. All right. This soup is delightful.
Isn't it just? It's my favorite bug soup. I get it every time I come to Onyx.
Who's the architect of this place? Quite the aesthetic they have.
Honestly, it's been here for hundreds of years. I'm not quite sure who made it, who built it.
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years. At a certain point, we just agreed. Somebody, I don't know, somebody agreed that we.
It's like the Wild West
everybody would
less than that ago.
play nicely. Nobody would fight here. If they did, everybody would blow them up.
It's quite the place.
We need somewhere to, let our hair down. Oh God, pats his head where there is not a single hair.
So bald. Bald,
Yeah,
beautiful.
like so bald. Like he even has more head because of the conical shape of it, and there is there's no hair at all. There's not even eyebrows. But you like your bug soup. He looks over at Peter and is just like, "You are sure he isn't infectious?" Yes.
Very sure. Yes.
Doesn't
Do
he
you
think
like
I'm a
your
robot?
bug soup?
Doesn't he think that I'm a robot now?
You could be a contagious
robots
robot.
could be contagious. You could be a cyborg.
Okay, I was going to say because he thinks I'm a robot. I'm just sitting there not eating.
Do you like your bug soup?
I don't need food.
But it's tasty.
Doesn't mean that you can't enjoy food.
Yes. I could have them bring you some oil.
Pete just staring over at Sarah, giving her a glare, like, I really don't want to eat bugs soon.
I made them bring
It's
you the
actually quite
smooth
good.
kind,
Like,
not the
you
crunchy
should-
like me.
You just see him like, shit.
He by this point has like completely devoured his entire bowl.
He ate the bowl too.
Yeah.
Edible play.
I'm just like, I take a bite. I might.
It's made of
It's
bread.
just served in a giant bug shell.
Oh, bread bowl.
Cheese
And
me
with-
no like it.
At which point he retrieves from a pouch at his waist and fans out a deck of cards. You do notice straight away as he fans them out that there are 70 cards. So it's not a standard human
Earth deck.
Earth deck of cards by any stretch of the imagination. So, you care for a game?
What's the game?
It's a game of my own creation, of course. Elgar's card game. I've yet to name it properly, but naming it after myself does ensure that as my name grows, so does it. And as its name grows, so does mine.
That's true.
I'm very clever like this, you see.
Yeah. How do you play?
So, you take some cards. We'll put some in the middle. Everybody takes 7 cards. And he distributes 7 cards to everybody. Now, what you need to do is you want to try and get 4 cards that match. And once you do that, you can put them down into its own little pile, and you draw 4 new cards from the middle of the deck. But at any point, somebody can accuse you of cheating.
Elgar,
And if they do-
before we continue with this game, I feel I should let you know that where I'm from, we have a very, very deep-seated reaction to dishonesty and cheating, particularly in games. You might not want to play with me. lest
he
I end up
doesn't
taking
play this
somebody's
game.
arm off.
There's a fair deal of bluffing because although you want to try and get 4 cards that match, they don't have to match for you to put them face down. You just need everybody else to think that they
I
match.
think that they match. Sure. Yeah.
And then whoever has the most piles of cards that match at the end of the game wins. If you're
What
accused
do
of
they win?
cheating, you have to flip over your cards. And if they don't match, then you have to pick them all back up.
All right. I think I get it.
Yeah, picks up his cards and turns into an anime protagonist.
He locks the F in.
Be nice and easy. If you want to, you can either make a infiltration sleight of hand check, you can make a deception check, or you can make a persuasion diplomacy check.
May as well go with infiltration. I don't have points in anything else. I do have points in persuasion.
When in the chosen look or interact. I mean, I'll do persuasion with edge because we're on Onyx.
I'll spend a point of personal power for an upshift. I know I have enough, so. Well, that's a 4. One on the D4 and a 3 on the D20.
Ooh. I need D8.
I'll take that story point then that one gives me.
Is that a D8? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's a D10. Come on, D8s. that a D8? No, that is also a D10. Jesus Christ, I can't count.
D8s are diamonds, Matt.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. The problem is, everything looks like a diamond when you can't count. You know what? Screw it. All right, so I don't know if this is going to work. I didn't think Q was playing.
Oh, I didn't know if there was an outcome of what he said or not.
Okay. He will put his cards down, put the first pile down, grab some more. Everybody else puts their first piles down. Does anybody want to accuse anybody else of cheating?
J'accuse!
No.
Cyborg?
I mean, I got a 4, so I'm obviously.
I mean, you shouldn't have said that. Okay.
Don't want to accuse what's his face of cheating, do we? Because we're trying to get on his good side.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make another roll then.
I mean, losing might not be a bad idea.
Exactly, yeah. I'm just sort of playing it.
I'm going to spend another personal power.
Just careful,
Losing
we
might
might
be a
have
good
to
idea.
morph at some point.
I'm going to spend a personal power. What did Pete get? 3 seconds.
14.
And one more.
Critical 14, I might add.
More?
So Elgar got a 14, a 10, and a 9, so it just got worse for him.
A 5.
Third one.
Sarah got a 13, a 15, and an 8. And Pete got a 4, a 14, and a 5.
Yeah, I didn't use a PowerPoint on that last one. That was just for the D2.
So I'll say Elgar
Good
and
Lord.
Sarah reach for the last card at the same point. And as they do, they look over and you can see that their piles are the same size. They haven't got enough cards to form a complete pair at any or complete group of 4 at any more points. And then you look over at Pete, who's somehow managed to put a entire group of cards the wrong way around, so like they're facing the right way, like face up. And
He's not that competent.
It's like a 2, a 4, a 6, and a 7. It's just like Elgar looks over at you and then looks over at Sarah. It's just like, I think your robot maybe had that patch updated when the other guy said that it shouldn't be updated and it broke things. And I think you need a new robot. I know that Captain Mutiny is selling one of those SPD Rick units. It's a little bit outdated, but it has guns.
Interesting. That's guns are always well.
Rick with guns is crazy. Because Rick is a gun.
But yeah, he's not the greatest at games, but he certainly has his uses.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to turn in for the night. The auction's tomorrow. I'll meet you all there bright and early at 12:30. I don't ordinarily get up before 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it will be a little bit earlier than I'd like to. But
fair. All right.
They work on Earth time in space?
Local time.
Local time. Yeah.
There are 17,000 hours in a day.
Exactly.
The years are longer than the days.
We will see you then.
The evening goes off without event. The next day comes, and as the auction begins, you meet Elgar, who's already got a seat and seats for the rest of you. The Pranatrons are already sort of formed a semicircle to clear anybody else away. And he pats the seats next to him for Sarah and for Q. And there's a seat a little bit further away for Peter.
Can I have accessed Rick while we're on the little ship for all intents and purposes for anything if I need it.
Okay, explain your request.
Just so I have the abilities from the kits.
Could you have used up the kits? So yes, but you would have the sort of like the equipment bits with you. Yeah.
Cool. They're like hidden under my cloak.
Yeah. Elgar, as I said, pats like the chairs next to him so you guys can take a seat. And as the auction begins, various items go up. User said you see the SPD riot van going up for auction. You see the shock cycles. You see the Rick unit. You see weapons from various planets.
Can we just, to make nice with Kruger, can we be recording all of this? Like,
yeah.
Like my domino mask has a camera in it, and I'll
Just
send it
streaming directly to the Sphinx Cruiser as I upload to the SPD.
So we can upload it to Kruger and be like, so this guy bought this thing, this guy bought this thing.
100%.
Request your stuff.
Yep. You see like boxes of weapons being sold, armor. You even see SPD uniforms being sold off to somebody. A ship being sold, and then it comes to the Astro Mega Shuttle. And whilst there was a big group of people the day before checking it out, as the auction begins, nobody puts up their hands for a few seconds until Elgar shouts out a price.
Don't get too greedy, interested just yet. Slow play it.
I want it really bad.
I know.
But you can want it and have some money left over to buy a nice hat.
Exactly. If you
it's not my money, it's Divatox's money. It's okay.
But you don't have to tell her that you had money left over.
I couldn't lie to Divatox. She'd be very angry with me.
Like cup holders.
I could spend it on something else.
She seems like the kind of person that would like a present.
You could put flames on the side because everything is faster with flames on.
Divatox a fancy hat.
Yes, with a feather.
Also there, yeah.
Okay.
You could call it macaroni.
As the auction continues, various groups around the room begin bidding for the ship. It goes on for a few minutes. There even seems to be a group that's bidding via telephone, which isn't so much obviously a telephone as via some sort of communicator that one of Captain Mutiny's crew is holding. The price just keeps going up and up. And you see Elgar begin to look a bit nervous. But the amount of people bidding is declining as the price goes up. And slowly but surely, he's the last one standing. He kind of gulps as he looks around nervously at everybody in the crowd and just looks, he's like, I don't know if I've got enough money to buy Divatox a fancy hat.
That's okay. It's okay. That was just a bonus. The important thing is getting you that ship.
Yes, the ship. She doesn't know about the hat. I thought, yes, of course. I forgot. Yes, the ship. And you see Captain Mutiny look absolutely insulted at the fact that nobody else is bidding. And he actually looks across at one of his crew for a moment as if he's about to order one of them to do so. And then sort of just like dismissively shrugs his shoulder and slams down the gavel. And it hits so hard it cracks in his hands. And he just throws the two pieces to the side as he shouts out, "Take your damned ship, Elgar, and get off Onyx."
Well, you heard the man. You ready for that test drive?
Elgar shouts out in response, "That's Captain Elgar to you, sir."
Hearing this, Cal was just like, huh?
He strides over, Piranha transforming a circle around you all, takes possession of the ship, strides up the ramp as it descends. He powers up the engines, but only the engines. It seems to be running on almost no power still. And gets it up into space. And as they leave the planet, gone.
Are we with him at this point? Have we
Yep.
gone on this direction? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I presume
Thought
the three
no
of you
one
would.
could get in the ship.
Yeah, say again.
I thought no one could get in the ship.
You couldn't get in the ship because it was powered down. Captain Mutiny had a way of opening it up.
They've given him the keys.
Yeah.
But it's
really
basic
bad.
functions only.
Yeah.
Like Deca is not active.
Deca's not active. None of the weapons are active. The ship itself is like cold started. It's got its engines. It probably doesn't even have like faster than light travel activated. It leaves the planet, and moments after it leaves the orbit of the planet, you see a request for communication open up on the ship. Elgar eagerly leans forward and stabs the button.
Do we have time to step out of sight of the camera?
Make me a non-combat initiative check, so you cannot do follow me.
All of us.
Not you, because you're presumably still on the other ship.
Yeah, no, I'm idling the engine.
All right. There's no combat active, so I can't roll initiative.
Can you not
Okay,
roll?
let me just roll something. I'm gonna roll a
from
brawn
the
check.
sheet.
Not with a combat
Hold on a
active.
second. Try it now.
Yeah. Okay, or it's just have to do it from there, which is weird. Okay, 6.
And to say Sarah's definitely getting caught.
I'm wearing a domino mask. It's fine.
Do you have your? I don't think you've got your initiative on that picture I sent you. Do you, Pete?
22.
22. Pete, your initiative is a D2.
Yeah, I got an 11.
11. Q steps out of the way. Pete, 3/4 of you is on camera as you try and step. Sarah, you are 100. All of you is on camera. Like all of you is like you didn't even get a chance. Elgar just stabbed
I didn't even think to step out.
threw an arm around you as he did so.
Yeah.
It's like, look at my best friends.
Is Cal like following us to space?
From a safer distance, yeah.
As the screen goes blank for a second and then is dominated by a view of a ship that looks like a submarine. You see a periscope in the background. You see Piranhatron arrayed on either side at consoles. And then you see Divatox herself stride into view. That golden mask, her face just pulled into a grin as she looks across at Elgar and just, nephew. And you hear Elgar suddenly say, nephew. God damn it, nephew. I'm her nephew, not cousin. Nephew. Oh,
Wow,
why do you get everything wrong all the time?
Wow, he's really stupid.
It's all right, Elgar. We all make mistakes.
You got the who are these people? This is Sarah. She's part of my new crew. She's a fantastic advisor. She helped me get.
I would no. What? I would not use my real name. Yeah.
Seraphine.
Seraphina.
Yeah.
This is Seraphina. She's part of my crew. She a very helpful advisor. She managed to help me get the ship for a reduced price. We was going to purchase you a fancy hat, but they didn't have anything in your size, Divatox. They were all way too big. So, yes, but we have the ship. Everything's in order now, and you hear her just scream, "Elgar, enough! Of course you have the ship. I'm talking to you upon the ship." Right, Auntie Divatox, of course. Yes, of course. And this is their cyborg, and he gestures over towards Pete. And yes, fantastic members of my new crew. Yes.
I feel so sorry for what's about to happen to this dude.
It's a
I
pleasure.
don't.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
We will be meeting in person very shortly. I will be there in seconds, and we will dock, and we will converse about your place in my new organization, as I am now with this lovely new ship under my banner, Admiral
Whilst-
Divatox, Queen of Pirates.
Whilst this
And
conversation is
such a
happening and I'm
beautiful
off screen. Sorry, Michael, you go.
I was just saying, and such a beautiful queen.
God damn it, Sarah.
Have you got to roll for flirting? Whilst that's happening, is
Look,
Q
I'm telling Kelsey everything that happens. So like,
It's recording.
she'd be into it. Could Q just be casually sat at one of the stations as if he was just doing standard shit? But
Activate
he's
the
actually
gun.
working on how to bring Decker back online so that we can flip the ship.
Just let
So Decker is completely shut down, and Decker is going to need the equivalent of 5 personal power points to boot back
Easy.
up. Doesn't have to all come from you.
No, I can
But
do
she's
that all
going
for
to
me.
need-
I'm fine with that. I am ready to drain one for the team and
Heyo.
pump Decker full of my personal power.
Literally, as soon as you touch the consoles, you can feel
pump it
them
up.
sort of like almost vibrating beneath your fingers. There's almost like sensory feedback as it feels that power at your fingertips, and you can feel it trying to pull it through. And if you let it, it does. It pulls that power from you, from the morphing grid through you, and Decker boots straight up. And as it does, all of the lights on a ship turn on, the weapons turn on, the faster than light travel, everything on the ship activates at once. And you hear Decker's voice just say, "You're not my Rangers." And that is where we will end up.
Oh boy.
I have to morph quickly, but go. We'll do that next week.
I have an idea that if we can get Elgar to the cargo hold, we can just space him.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if you could. He's really not very smart.
Yeah.
can he? Would that kill him?
Probably
I care?
not.
Okay, cool. That's fine
He's a
then.
guy in a rubber suit. He'll be fine.
Yeah, probably not.
Divatox will pick him up.
Maybe. Divatox may pick him up.
Might pick him up.
Yeah, there's
He
no
just ran out of
guarantees.
range
If we're
on range attack, like
if we're being 100% honest, she may just leave him there because
Because he failed this badly.
he has
he
a
just spent our money
headache.
to get past the ship.
Yeah, headache. But yeah. Favorite moment for yourself, favorite moment for another player, starting with Jay, who plays the lovely Q.
I think favorite moment for me was an accidental one that's actually for me rather than Q, and that was as I was describing my costume. So basically Rufio from Hook. Oh yeah. Makes
I
sense.
did like that.
Should have maybe done some research and thinking before I started the stream. That would have been cool. Although actually I did quite enjoy being able to like technobabble and just shouting nonsense whilst really being into a ship. That was kind of cool. For somebody else, probably just Cal quietly rapping away to himself.
Hey, I'm performing a duet with Cypher.
I'm going to ask Cal next, then. Panic, who plays Cal? Same question?
nothing big from Cal this time. My favorite scene for someone else is just Peter slowly ruining his reputation with this nephew. It's like, yep. It's like, does he have the laughing bars? Yep, he sucks. He's a robot too. Bad robot. Bad. Not
It's
good.
awful. It's just crap. He's the Elgar of your team.
Pete's Crichton.
It's like slowly but surely, ruining his rep with Algar.
Well, as you've been named, Michael, who plays Peter?
Shaking my head at you, Matt.
I know, I can see, dude. You're not invisible, okay?
If only. Favorite moment for me, probably just having to pretend to be a robot. Like I don't eat. For someone else, it was probably either Q with his technobabble, because that was fucking brilliant, or again throwing it at Q, flirting with Mutiny.
Or not.
Trying to flirt with Mutiny. It's just, what
I also
are you
like
doing?
when Q flirts, he turns into like a really bad valley girl. No.
So,
Yeah.
Just the full body rocking
how
with it.
you
Like,
doing?
What's going on with you?
Last but not least, then Michael, who plays Sarah
I mean,
or Seraphina.
yeah, exactly. For someone else, it's got to be the technobabble. I was not prepared for that.
You
And
did kill that line, for sure.
yeah, God, I don't know.
I think Sarah had a lot of really good moments.
Sarah's just good moment was from the beginning to the end of the episode.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like
It was the episode.
yeah, just ingratiating myself with Elgar. It's like, what's up, buddy?
And then he's just going to stab him in the back.
Oh,
she
yeah.
is very much doing the emissary, like ambassador of Earth, very, very well.
Yeah, and I'm fully ready to just space this guy.
Yep.
You're
When they
under arrest in space.
When they space him, I'm gonna hit him with the Sphinx Cruiser.
Not
In
shoot
space,
him,
no
like just
one can
run him
hear you.
over.
Yeah,
It's just a fucking hit and run.
yeah, exactly.
Somebody should just be like, Elgar, look at this bright new playing card. If you hold it up to your face really hard, everything will just be fantastic. And Elgar somehow manages to trap himself
I forgot we have
in a capture card.
I totally forgot we have capture cards. Okay.
Yeah, if we had remembered that, you may have done well to just capture him the second you got on board the ship, and none of this would be a problem.
I mean, we can totally use that as oh no, the AI is active. Quick, Elgar, hold this.
Just like,
Bonk.
bonk.
Yeah.
Elgar, this will protect you from the AI. Zoom. It's too easy.
But there's
It's
also
too
like
easy
what
to get
6
away with this
Bronnetrons?
shit.
I thought it was a problem for us, but
The Piranhatrons, guys. Like, if you can't take out 6 Piranhatrons, we have a problem.
We have a problem.
Yeah,
I could probably take out 6 Piranhatrons in one turn by myself.
exactly.
I just imagine that this is going to end up with a sequence from Up where either Elgar or a Piranhatron is going to go out of the ship that we're just about to hijack, I guess, as space pirates, and hit Cal's behind and just be like,
I'm going way faster than that. He bounces off the hood and spins out into space.
Lovely.
oh no, Elgar's blasting off again.
Go on, Michael.
As I hit him, you hear the sound effect from Mortal Kombat. Whoopsie!
That was my favorite moment of the stream. I'd like to give
Your favorite moment of this stream is me next time hitting him with my car.
That's next week's stream, yeah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
honorable mention to Sassy Cassie and also her involvement with the technobabble.
from the
Yeah,
Jefferson tube.
We do.
Exactly.
we do
Moving
have to
on up.
mention, obviously it was mentioned at the beginning of the episode, Michael is not here next week because he's abandoning us for Gen Con, which is fair. I would also
Rude.
abandon everybody here for Gen Con.
Yeah.
But plane tickets far too expensive. That ocean, man.
I mean,
It'd be ocean.
I could go to England for less than it cost me to go to Indianapolis.
Yeah,
so,
it's ridiculous, isn't it?
You know.
I could fly to like Phoenix or Las Vegas or anything like that for like a quarter of the price. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it does mean, because we want everybody here. We are going to be doing a intermission episode next week. So instead of doing Power Rangers for the first time in some time, we're going to be doing D&D 5th edition.
Yeah, I don't think we've done 5e on stream.
Yeah,
Like,
the closest
I haven't
was
run D&D
98.
5th edition in 2 years.
it's really easy.
It is pretty, yeah.
You just talk, and if one of the players wants to do something, there's an ass load of skills that it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, roll that.
Just roll that skill. It's fine. Everything will be fine.
5th edition is easy as shit.
But yeah, we'll be doing a D&D 5th edition adventure next week. So come watch, laugh.
It's gonna be. Yeah, I'm actually building a character concept in the background, and yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be our usual brand of insanity.
Chaotic chaos.
Yeah, but with like elves and magic and no dragons. There will be dungeons, but there won't be
All
dragons.
dungeons, no dragons.
Hey,
Dungeons, rats.
what if I decide to be a dragonborn?
You're born
Yeah,
with
and
dragons, but you're not a
And
dragon.
I'm a kobold.
You know what? Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Can Panic be 3 kobolds in a trench coat?
No, actually, I need this character to be short.
Thanks everybody for watching. We will see you next
3
week.
kobold
for-
children in a trench coat.
See you next week for D&D shenanigans, and then back the week after for Power Rangers. Bye everybody.
Bye. No power protected.
Hey,